Welcome back to Only Talk Sports. We talk sports every single day, or at least we try to. I'm Ernst Jeffrey. Subscribe to the channel if you like sports content. Hit that notification bell so you never miss our video. There's only a few bowl games left to predict, and me and WillND, we preview the final 6 bowl games that I have not covered yet on the channel. You've got the Oregon State Beavers and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish in the Sun Bowl. You've got the Memphis Tigers and the Iowa State Cyclones in the Liberty Bowl. We got the Auburn Tigers and the Maryland Terrapins in the Music City Bowl. The Toledo Rockets and the Wyoming Cowboys in the Arizona Bowl, the Wisconsin Badgers and the LSU Tigers in the ReliaQuest Bowl, and we finish up with the Iowa Hawkeyes and the Tennessee Volunteers in the Citrus Bowl. Every single one of these bowl games we preview and predict and find out which teams we think will win these final non-New Year's 6 bowl games.
My guys, the Fighting Irish and Notre Dame, taking on the Beavs, Oregon State Beavers. I'm feeling pretty good about this game, honestly. I'm really excited to see the young guys for the Irish, of course. We're getting into the talented Marcus Freeman recruits now with the opt-out. So even though they're opt-outs, I'm just so excited to see the young guys, the talented freshman class come in.
Well, yeah, see, the problem is that Oregon State, they don't have the depth that Notre Dame has.
Yeah, they have DJ opting out. Aiden Childs opting out. Damian Martinez driving under the influence. Without having one of those two quarterbacks and Martinez, I just can't see the Beavers getting much done offensively.
Plus, they don't have their coach. Jonathan Smith's gone. He's going to Michigan State. And, it just feels like Oregon State. I've talked about this on Twitter for the last week about all this stuff going on with Oregon State, Washington State. They're joining the West Coast Conference and basketball and in football. Obviously it's been announced for a while that they're having the schedule with the Mountain West. It just seems like Oregon State's falling apart. They have to join the Big 12 in the next couple of years, or this program is going to fall apart. They might be able to win at a group of 5 level fairly solidly, but they're never going to be one of the bigger programs ever again if they don't move to the Big 12 soon. I think that looking at Oregon State, they don't have the depth that Notre Dame does. Notre Dame has a lot of talent, and in the opt-outs, yeah, there's a lot of guys opting out for Notre Dame. But like you said, they've got a lot of talent behind it. Oregon State, their main guys, no Damian Martinez either because he got in trouble, which, again, was not great for him or Oregon State. No Jonathan Smith. And Notre Dame's favored by 6.5. I think Notre Dame will beat Oregon State as well, 31-17. I think it will be a fairly comfortable win. If Oregon State had all their players and they had Jonathan Smith, it would be interesting. It'd be a great game with Notre Dame having some opt-outs. If it was fully healthy both ways, I'd probably go Notre Dame. Even though Oregon State is solid, they really are. But with everything at hand here in Oregon State in bad shape with no Jonathan Smith and all the players out, there's no way they're going to win unless Notre Dame plays awful football.
Yeah, and Notre Dame fans, they sold out this game pretty fast. Although maybe some people are giving away their seats, $14. But I know, on Twitter, they said, "Oh my gosh, we sold out the game already."
Yeah, you gotta hype it up. Gotta hype up the game for sure.
On the USC show, I said 45-17 Irish. I'll stick with that, but it'll probably be a little closer than that. That was a bit of a homer pick on my part. But
you could be right. Yeah. I think last year we all picked South Carolina to beat Notre Dame in the bowl game, and you went Notre Dame. So, the SEC didn't win out there. I should have went with the Irish, but I'm going with the Irish this year. So don't let me down, Will. You've let me down a few times this year.
That game almost gave me a heart attack, but we still won the game.
That was a good game. That rest in peace to South Carolina after that game because they have not been good since.
All right, Memphis, Iowa State.
Spread is Iowa State by 10.
I picked Memphis before. I don't know. Let's look at the opt-outs.
That is very steep. I'm actually kind of shocked that there are that big of a difference in the spread when you're talking about the game being literally in Memphis. It's the Liberty Bowl. You've got these guys out for Iowa State. None of the names are striking off the page. Memphis, kicker, backup quarterback. It doesn't seem like anybody too substantial. I guess they're just going off the fact that Iowa State is a Big 12 school and they had some good games this year. Memphis was okay this season. I don't really think they beat anybody that was that great. I don't exactly remember their entire schedule, but I'm still shocked the spread's Iowa State by 10. especially with the game being in Memphis, just the Liberty Bowl. You would feel like the spread would be like -5 Iowa State. That is very steep.
So I mean, Memphis, they don't have any big wins, but they play Missouri, Tulane, and SMU all pretty close.
Boise State's probably their best win. But, I mean, most of their wins are against bad teams. I mean, they beat North Texas, UAB, South Florida. I mean, South Florida, I got to give some props to South Florida. They blew out Syracuse. Congratulations. But I don't know. There's not a lot.
Why did we pick Syracuse?
I shouldn't have done it. I mean, why go with the ACC unless it's Clemson or Florida State? Why do it? Like that.
Well, at least Georgia Tech came through for me.
Yeah, I mean Georgia Tech. I mean, come on, ACC, just be more consistent. That's why they're trying to poach Florida State. I'm just not impressed though with Memphis' schedule. To me, there's just not enough there. I'll go with Iowa State to win 31-28.
I'll stick with my Memphis pick. I don't know. I could regret this, but. Like, Seth Hennigan's a good quarterback. Like, I just don't think Iowa State's offense is all that. And, I mean, I know their defense is all okay. I don't know. I could regret this one. But I'll go 31-28 Memphis. All right, Auburn and Maryland.
In the Music City Bowl.
Talia just opted out.
Yeah, because we and you, when we were going through these games a few days ago looking at them, we were like, yeah, we're going Maryland probably when we do this. But no, I don't know. Auburn lost to New Mexico State, but then they almost beat Alabama. I mean, that shows you the team Auburn is. I mean, are they going to play hard in this game? Because, I mean, we saw them lose to New Mexico State 31-10, but then against Alabama, they gave it everything they had, and they almost beat the Crimson Tide. If they play hard, they'll win. Without Tua's brother, though, that's going to be hard. I'm going to go with Auburn to win 24-21.
Yeah, I want Maryland to win. But I'll go 20. I'll go 31-21.
I don't know why he's not playing, to be honest. He's one of those ones that doesn't really make sense. I mean, you would think this game would help boost any type of draft stock possibly. I mean, he's not going to get picked high with all the quarterbacks in this draft. Yeah,
it'll be interesting to see how Maryland does with MJ Morris next year.
Probably not going to do as well, but you never know.
Toledo and Wyoming in the Barstool Bowl. Here we go.
So is the CW network actually covering this game too?
I guess so.
Because it says CW/Barstool, so the CW curse effect is in play. You got Wyoming favored by 3.5, but see, here's the issue.
No Finn transferred.
But that hurts for Toledo because if he was playing, there's a really good chance that they win because Wyoming is not good away from home. They're good at home. They're good in Laramie. But other than that, they struggle. But Finn not playing, that's a bad blow because he's good. I thought Jason Candle was getting the IU job. But then Kurt Signetti got it. So that would have hurt Toledo, too, if he was gone. But that's another key point, though. The Wyoming coach is retiring. That's another thing. Craig Bowl. So he is coaching. If Finn was playing, I'd pick Toledo. But I guess I will go with Wyoming 21-17. Reluctantly. I'm not confident in it, but I think Wyoming will succeed even though they're not at home because they struggle away from home. But I don't know if Toledo's backup quarterback will be able to pull them through.
Yeah, I agree. I'll also pick Wyoming 24-21. Wisconsin, LSU.
Wisconsin has 3 guys according to the opt-outs page. LSU, 5 guys, including Jaden Daniels. That's the big key player. Jaden Daniels not playing gives Wisconsin a chance, but like Doc says, LSU just on roster talent alone. That's like the problem here. Wisconsin does not have anywhere near the talent LSU does. And LSU is kind of like Notre Dame. They've got a lot of guys behind the starters that are very talented as well. So, like, whoever's not going to be playing, there's talented guys that are going to be playing in this game. I'm assuming in it, Nussmeier, we mentioned him. He's going to be the quarterback. He's had some experience before. I'll go LSU 28-17.
Yeah, I'll go LSU 31-14. Iowa, Tennessee.
Yeah, Tennessee is favored by 6.5. We got a little nudging going on in chat because he said Eric is going to be after us. We don't. Doc said y'all better pick Armstead and Eric after you both. I mean, Iowa's, to be fair, they're the worst 10-win team in college football in the Power 5 probably. Louisville and Iowa are battling for that, but neither team's great. I mean, I'm just saying. Iowa, I know the Minnesota game with Cooper DeJean, that was bad. That was awful, and they should have won the game. But even then, if Iowa was 11-2, I still wouldn't think that they're that great. The only way Iowa's going to win this game is if their defense scores for them. And that's basically what Doc says here. They'll need 2 scores on D to win, 110%. They have to score on defense because their offense isn't going to get it done. Jason says Iowa versus Tennessee is I'd rather be doing literally anything else. But yeah, like the Iowa-Kentucky games, I mean, those were barn burners. I mean, Tennessee, everybody keeps saying they're the worst 8-4 team. They're horrible. They shouldn't be ranked. Tennessee is not the worst 8-4 team in college football. There's got to be a worse 8-4 team out there. Tennessee wasn't great, but they're not terrible. I mean, winning at the half in Tuscaloosa proves that they're not bad. I know people say Alabama was bad, but they're in the playoff. But Tennessee was winning on the road. They collapsed in the second half. Am I going to dare pick Iowa? I really don't know. I'm going to let you go first, Will.
I've been a hater of Tennessee all year.
Oh, man. Just like people thought I was with Louisville, even though I don't hate Louisville, just being serious. They weren't great.
I want to pick Iowa, but their offense is horrible.
Yeah, Iowa's offense, this is the worst offensive team to go 10-2 in the regular season in probably 50 years.
No, their last team that went, didn't they go 10-2 the year that they got killed?
Yeah, but was this offense worse than that year's offense? Probably was. I mean, their offense was like record-breaking bad. It was awful.
I don't know which one was worse.
I mean, Deacon Hill going out there throwing for 90 yards and they win somehow. It's in Florida, too, so, I mean, there's going to be more Tennessee fans.
I don't want to pick Tennessee.
Will Iowa's defense, though, put enough pressure on Joe Milton? Because, I mean, he crumbled at Florida earlier this year.
Yeah.
But, again, that was on the road in a hostile environment. I mean, Tennessee did destroy Virginia, for what it's worth, when North Carolina couldn't do it. Tennessee, I mean, they had moments this year. The Missouri loss, though, I can't explain that one. 36-7 loss to Mizzou. But, again, it was on the road. I mean, he's not good on the road. So they're going to have a home crowd there helping him out.
I want to pick Iowa so bad.
I want to pick Tennessee so bad just because Iowa's offense is that bad. But Tennessee just isn't good enough for me to securely pick them and feel confident in the pick. Because Iowa's defense, all it takes is a couple pick sixes. Joe Milton makes a couple errors. Iowa could legit win. But, I mean, you don't know how the game's going to unfold. I mean, Iowa wins based off other teams' errors on offense. And Tennessee's not the most trustworthy, but the talent, Tennessee has the advantage on the talent. But Iowa has the discipline on one side of the ball.
17-13 Iowa.
I'll go 17-13 Tennessee. Okay. There you go. We'll go safe score. I'll go Volunteers. I'll go with the Volunteers. Jason says you can't win if you can't score. I hate to do it, but Tennessee's the better pick. So, yeah, I'll go with Tennessee. Same score you did, man. We'll see. One of us will be right. Subscribe to the channel if you like sports content. Like this video down below. Comment down below who you think will win all of the rest of these non-New Year's 6 bowl games and what you think about me and WillND's pick for every bowl game. Follow me on Twitter as well. Link is in the description, and I'll see you next time.